Hi, I'm Glotty from Glotty's Creations. Welcome to my channel. Today, I'm going to be creating a unique, budget friendly pumpkin. I'm going to be doing this on my own. For a while there, I was doing a couple collaborations and haven't put out my own video. So today, I decided I wanted to make a video on my own that is not involved in a collaboration. And you're going to need a Dollar Tree pumpkin, and I'm going to be showing you how it's done, okay? And it is so unique. I haven't seen anyone do this design yet, okay? So let's get on with our project and see what it is. Okay, so here what I'm showing you is the pumpkin that I chose. It's from Dollar Tree. It costs $6. All right, and we're gonna be carving it out and with a hot knife. Okay, and there I am cutting it out with a hot knife. And I go showing you that slowly. Well, I was doing it slowly. I'm showing it to you pretty fast speed. But I cut the eyes out, the teeth out, everything. I just make a big, round, crooked circle. It's like not perfectly round, okay? And then I'll tell you what the next step is here in a few minutes. After I cut it, there I go. Oh, and I cut all the edges, the inner edges that hang over. Yeah, I cut that out too. So it's just like a straight cut. Okay? And there we are. And I sand it down a little bit. Cut some of the rough edges with my razor. And then we're on to the next part. We're going to paint the whole thing white. Now I am going to, after I paint it white, I'm going to color it with buttermilk. Okay. But I am going to take some spackle and mix some spackle with the buttermilk, a lot of it, because I wanted to have a nice thick coating of it all over, and I wanted to have texture. I wanted to look like almost like if it was made out of cement. Okay? And when we painted it white, we painted the white in the inside and the outside, okay? Because the inside is going to be decoupaged, okay? So here I'm just going to show you only the top part that I paint, okay? And you got to see, you got to be careful because since it was a slippery, shiny material underneath, it'll lift and peel back the whites. See, it did it to me twice there, okay? And it was the only spot that it really did it at, because what I did was I started dabbing it and then painting it very lightly, okay? Now here I show you that I'm going to be painting it with a makeup brush because it's softer and a little bit more tender, with just a straight up buttermilk as the second coat. And I paint the stem on the top also. Okay, here I got a piece of canvas and I cut it out. I saved you the trouble of watching me just struggle. And then I measure it up against the piece that I cut. I measure it up against the hole so it's the exact measurement. Then I'm going to paint it with the same paintbrush and buttermilk. Okay, and then I'm going to set it to dry. Okay, and it kept curling up on me, so I had to put stuff on it, and then I just put you on hold and come back again. Then the other side, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Mod Podge, the gloss one, okay? And I'm going to paint that whole side with Mod Podge because I'm going to be attaching that picture that I showed prior before I started doing this, okay? And there I go. I glue it on, all right? And then I start ironing it. And when you start ironing this, make sure you're ironing your edges really good and make it nice and smooth. Excuse me, I'm sorry. So it doesn't peel off for you because it was starting to peel off for me there and stuff. So I had to move it around and try to iron it really good, get the edges really good. And that's what you see me doing there because it was sticking to my Lazy Susan. Okay. Now here next, you see me taking another one of those pictures, okay, and I am taking and ripping all the edges out of this because this is going to go in the inside back wall of the pumpkin, and see, like that, all right? So I'm measuring it to make sure that it's big enough. Then I take a glue stick and I put the purple. I use purple glue stick to stick it better than doing the Mod Podge because it was going to get really messy and stuff if I did it that way. Then I take it inside and rub it up against the walls, and then I take a piece of saran wrap and I rub it really, really hard all around the edges, against the wall. And I don't care if it has wrinkles because you're really not going to see it. Okay. Now here we got the canvas piece. Okay. And we take it and we cut it in half. And here I show you how it's going to be looking. Okay. So the part that I cut, that's the half, is going to go in the middle part. Then I cut triangles out. And that's how we're going to be doing that. Now, I'm going to attach with hot glue the edges that aren't the triangle. See, like that. And the triangle parts go towards the middle. Okay? And I just go putting hot glue and pressing it and burning my fingers to death. Yes, I burned myself like 1,000 times. And there I get smart and I start using that Dollar Tree little makeup applicator thing. And I get a little bit out of camera here, but I notice and I pull it back into the camera view. See, and I use the makeup applicator to push it up against the wall. Okay, then I'm going to take the other piece, cut it in half, and then I'm going to take it and attach it to there like that as a whole square, and then cut it into triangles. Okay, like that. And then press it in. And then I'm going to go around and reinforce all the corners, make sure that everything is attached well. You see how I'm still adding glue all around the edges. And I'm also cutting pieces. Okay? And I attach another piece of triangle right there because I felt it was too empty. Okay, and now I'm going to start rolling back the pieces. That's why I cut it, because we're making, like, you know how you do the exploded canvas pictures? Well, we made an exploding pumpkin. Instead of it a picture frame, it's going to be an exploding pumpkin. Okay, and some of them I curl round and some I lay up against the thing. You see how some of them I twist around because I want it to really look like it exploded. Okay, because it's exploding fall. Okay, that's how I don't know. That's my thought of it. That I'm exploding fall. Okay, it's so much fun. I had so much fun making this video, and there it goes. Okay, and I keep curling them all around. There you go. See, and then I put it on top of some of the other pieces, like to make it look like it got curly and stuff like that. Okay. And there I'm looking it over to make sure that everything is fine. And it looked good enough to me. So then I take burnt umber, nutmeg, buttermilk, and moss green. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the stem, okay? I can't say that word that they call it. It has a weird name to it. But I take the burnt umber first and I paint it. And then everywhere there's like a part line of the pumpkin, I bring the stem out. See, like that. And you'll see why I do that later on. Okay, and then I take the dry brush the nutmeg brown, and I dry brush heavy some of the buttermilk and the moss green. Okay, and then I go back with the burnt umber on top of it again. Okay, and then I'm gonna get my antique wax. Okay, and now I'm going to take that and water it down a little bit and have some that is going to be straight up. So there I did it straight up and was wiping it back with a damp napkin. Okay, well, paper towel, damp paper towel. And I wipe it off. And then I keep doing that everywhere there's a ridge of the pumpkin. I go in there and I go heavy and then I remove it. Okay, and then I take a fan brush and I speckle the whole thing with the burnt umber, with the and I add water to the burnt umber, so I could be able to get some really nice speckles. And then after that, I am going to start doing the flowers. Now, while I decorate the flowers and stuff in all the area, I'm just going to play some music and let you watch what I do. Okay, and here I'm just going to attach, so you know what I'm doing here first is that I'm attaching some of the Spanish moss. I end up cutting some of it later on, cutting some away. But like I said, I'd rather that you just watch what I'm doing and listen to music, okay? And I'm going to put Spanish moss on the inside too of the pumpkin, okay? So enjoy the music and enjoy watching me decorate the rest of the pumpkin. So how did you enjoy that? It was kind of different, huh? I let you listen to music while I was decorating the whole thing. Here I'm doing the last of it, putting on the sunflower leaves, and then I'm gonna show you. There it is, and then I'm gonna grab some pumpkins, one little orange one, and I'm gonna put it right on the edge of it, and then I'm gonna grab one little off-white one that has little brown speckles and put that on the edge. And I did put this corn on there, and it did not look good. I don't even want to say what it looked like, but I show you it anyways. But I do end up taking it off, okay? So you will not see it in the final review. I don't know if I show you me taking it off, but I do take it off. I don't like what it looked like and stuff, but everything is all done there. Oh, and I take a little like brownish color kind of sunflower with some brown eucalyptus. And I think, oh, and then I just trim right there. Remember I said that I trimmed the Spanish moss, and that's all I do there. And it should be done unless I pull that corn off. I don't know. I don't know if I show, yeah, see, I show you it with the corn. And yeah, I don't like it. And then I show you with the lights. I light it up. Now let's enjoy our final review. And these are little different pictures that I took of it and different positions, side, the front. There you go. And then a little video of it. And there you get to see a little bit all around it. And then after this, and there you get to see the inside a little bit. And then I'm gonna let you watch the rest here. It's gonna be now in the dark. I'm gonna show you it with the lights off, okay? And that's how it looks like in the complete dark. Okay, and here I put in a little bit of lighting so you can see it with the lights down low. Okay, and I'm gonna let you see everything really good here, okay? And you enjoy the view. And I want to say thank you so much for joining me today. And I had lots of fun making this. I thought it was something different. I haven't seen anybody doing an exploding pumpkin yet. So this is my take of it. I just did a little bit. I didn't do nothing really fancy or anything like that. I wanted to keep it really simple using a Dollar Tree pumpkin and Dollar Tree canvas, some Dollar Tree pumpkins, some Dollar Tree flowers, some Dollar Tree leaves. Everything there is from Dollar Tree, okay? So it's budget friendly. Nothing there was over $1.75 besides the pumpkin. The pumpkin was a $6 pumpkin, okay? So thank you for watching and stay tuned. I am going to be doing another collaboration on the 1st. It's the first of the month collaboration. Please join me on Monday and I hope to see you there. Thank you for watching and stay blessed. Like, share, comment if you would like, if you have any questions, and subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. Bye. Stay blessed.